Hey everybody, Derek here to bring you another video for the Walking Dead countdown to the start of Season 6. And what I'm going to do in this video is going to be doing one of my prediction videos for a character coming up in Season 6 of Walking Dead. I'm going to be trying to analyze each character and try to figure out what they're going to do with them in Season 6. Kind of giving some early predictions before we get, the Comic-Con trailer, some interview with Robert Kirkman, something along those lines. We don't really have a lot of information, but I do want to, analyze what they might do. And what I wanted to do tonight was a video on Tara and give my thoughts on her. And one of the things that I was thinking about was what are they going to do with the character in Season 6? This may be a spoiler video. I don't know if it will. This is more just like speculation, predictions, things like that. Because if you remember, Tara's not a comic book character. I think she is a character in one of the Governor's novels that Robert Kirkman wrote about the Governor. I think she is in one of those, but I've never read them and I don't know anything about them yet. I just don't have a lot of time, but I would like to read them one day. So again, this is just mostly prediction, so I don't think you will be spoiled too much. But just in case you don't want to hear anything, you don't want to potentially be spoiled. I say something, it sticks in your mind, and then you watch the episode and you go, oh, that wasn't as exciting because I found out about it. If something like that is, could happen and you don't want it to happen, then don't watch the video because you might be spoiled in that sense. Okay. So, when we last left Tara, she was just waking up from her injury that she sustained in the episode Spend, when Aiden blew up that zombie, hence killing himself. But he also ended up, injuring Tara. Tara had a head injury and basically got knocked to the ground, hit her head, and has been unconscious ever since, up until the end of the episode on, the season 5 finale. She did start to wake up. Now, I guess the big question is what are they going to do with the character in season 6? And I did have a thought. I think that it would be very possible that Tara may be suffering from some kind of brain injury or potentially amnesia. I think it would be very interesting for the character, and it would at least give her some kind of a storyline that they could build on. Because, sometimes they don't really include Tara as much as other characters. And I would like to see a little more from her. I think that she is a very great character, and it's nice to have somebody different from the comics, somebody that you can't necessarily predict. You can kind of predict Rick, you can kind of predict Carl, a little bit of Michonne and Glenn, and, people like that you can kind of predict based on the comics a little bit, where the character's going to go. But with Tara, you can't. And it makes it more fun and more interesting. And I kind of would like to see a little bit more from her in season 6. But what I wonder is will there be any long-lasting effects from her injury? And I think that is a very possible condition that may happen. I would not be surprised if she wakes up and doesn't remember everything right away. Or maybe, it's temporary amnesia, or it could be something that's more permanent. Or she might forget certain things, certain people, that she might know that it's a zombie apocalypse, but she might not know who Rick's group is, who these people are. Maybe her memory might go back to with her sister. Amnesia works in very different ways. I'm not an expert on it. And just in general, head injuries can do the same thing too. I mean, there's been some people who, you get a head injury and you forget what happened that day, but you remember everything but past that, like your last birthday, things like that. Other people, chunks of memory go missing, that they know who they are and they know who their family is, but they can't remember anything, else other than that. And there's some people that they wake up and they have no idea who they are, who you are, who anything is. So it depends on the person, And part of me wonders if that would be a good story for Tara. Because it would give a little bit more of a different perspective on the zombie apocalypse to have somebody like in Rick's condition, wake up and not know what's going on and, coming out of it and being reintroduced into this world. And I think that's something that they could do with Tara. Make her, having to relearn what all's going on in the Walking Dead world. I think that is something that would be interesting for her and for the characters. Um, and another thing that you could possibly do is, again, maybe she knows who she is and who her family is, but that she doesn't know Rick's group. So maybe she's, becoming redeveloped, becoming somebody else, within this group and starting to relearn who everybody is. That would be interesting. But another thing that I was thinking about was, you know, what if the head injury causes a change in her personality? That could also be something that's very interesting. You see different situations where, things going on with the head can have an impact on the way that you behave and act. And part of me wonders if, Tara's attitude or personality might change as a result of the head injury. You see, situations where, like, if a person has a brain tumor and it, like, presses on something or whatnot, it could potentially change your mood. We've seen that happen in several different circumstances or people in life. The perfect example I think of is on Oz, the show on HBO, where Bob Rebideau, the character, like the elderly inmate on the show, he had a brain tumor, and it caused his character to act a little bit different in the season. And part of me wonders if that could be something they can do with Tara. Not that she has a brain tumor, but maybe that she does have some more damage inside of her head that maybe makes her into a different person. Could make her more reckless, could make her more angry, could make her more vulnerable. A lot of different things that they could potentially do with her. And I think that it's very possible that they will do that. I think it's a very good story for her, if they want to pursue that. I could see it. Another thing is, she could just be okay and, go back to being the person that she was, or maybe being a little more appreciative about life, things like that. She may make a new friend or, acquaintance, or maybe get a new girlfriend. I think that's also possible. We really don't know too much about the other characters in Alexandria. And you wonder, Aaron and Eric are, of course, in a same-sex relationship together. And there may be somebody else in there that's for Tara. And I think that would be something interesting to do for the character as well. I don't know what they have in store, but I think that those are a couple of different ideas that they can do with her. Because, it's really going to be a different scene for her. Because unlike some of the other characters who ended their stories, in a more active way that could potentially carry over into season 6, that's not really the case for Tara yet. She didn't have some kind of big argument with somebody, get into a big altercation like Glenn did, or, have the whole Gabriel situation going on. We didn't get any of that here. Whereas in the other characters' instances, you had people that were, fighting or got shot or, were giving big speeches or things like that. Other people had a more active role in the last couple episodes. Tara just woke up. So we really don't know what they're going to do with her. So I think that it is possible that we may see her become a different character. The head injury may do something to her. She may have amnesia, which isn't exactly too far off, because this is a little bit of a spoiler, honestly. I just thought of this. When Carl gets shot in this point in the story, he wakes up with amnesia. Now, I can't remember if he woke up with it and had it at first, then later on started to fake it, or if he woke up and was always faking it. I can't remember that. But they did kind of play on that a little bit there. And I think that maybe that could be something that could be tied in with Tara. That instead of Carl being the one who's, has amnesia or is, contemplating to have amnesia, like maybe what the character was doing, instead that Tara does have it. So I think there are a lot of different possibilities that they could do with Tara. But I think that they do have some good options, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do for her. She definitely is a very good character, and I really do want them to include her a little bit more in season 6. She is great, and I think that it's something that they need to use to their advantage. If they, they're keeping her alive for a reason. I think that when they kill characters off, it's more that they've reached their point where there's nothing more they can do for them, and I don't think Tara's there yet, and I really hope to see a little bit more out of her in season 6. So that's all I have for this video. Don't be afraid to leave your comments. Let me know what you think about what they're going to do with Tara, and I'm going to have some more character predictions, and of course I will have the death predictions video as well coming out. If you guys have any other comments, don't be afraid to leave them. Feel free to subscribe. I do have more videos coming. And if there's anything that you guys want to see, do not be afraid to suggest a video topic to me. I am more than welcome to take suggestions. I really hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much for watching.